Hi, this is Wendy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Willow Wanders. If you've ever heard my story before, you know that I have been, well, let's just say obsessed over the last 5 or 6 years with trying to learn how to be a mixed media artist. It's something that intrigued me many, many decades ago. And at the time, I felt it was just very out of reach. I would look at mixed media artists' work in art journals and think, oh my gosh, how the heck did they do that? That looks so complex. And just through a series of life events, I came to a point in my life where I could really start exploring mixed media art and art journaling. And I started taking a lot of online mixed media art classes. That's something that I just have a lot of gratitude for, is how accessible just art education is today in ways that it was not nearly as accessible decades ago. I mean, you would have to go to an art center or a college to take art classes. And now everything is just available online. So one of the sort of maybe traps I fell into in my mixed media art education was thinking that I would open up an art journal and I would start to create art, and that I would continue to create art on those pages from start to finish, or that spread, let's say, from start to finish, and that it would just be, I don't even really know how to describe what I was thinking that I would be doing. And it just turns out that I think for a lot of people, that really prevents maybe falling in love with art journaling. Let's just say that. I think you could learn how to art journal by sitting down and trying to do pages from beginning to end. But I also think that there's an alternative way to do it. And for certain personality types like my own, this way maybe lends itself to a lot more relaxation, a lot more release, a lot more fun, a lot more play. And what that method is just playing in your entire journal and not even thinking that you're going to do any spread from start to finish. So you just grab any tool from your art studio and your art journal, and you just start messing around with that tool. And you see what kind of marks it makes. You see where in your journal you want to make a mark with it. Maybe you decide to add a word here or there because you see, oh, wow, that would be a cool place to add a word. And I don't know why, but this type of journaling really frees me up to have a lot more fun. And so that's what I'm doing in this video. Is I just turned my camera on and I just played in my journal. There's about 2 hours worth of playing in this 15-minute video that I created for YouTube. And there's truly endless things that you could do in a journal. Sometimes people call these journaling prompts, meaning it'll say, grab a soft pastel and use it in your journal, or grab a Stabilo all pencil, or just anything and just make marks in your journal. And one of the things that I've recently learned how to do is to draw faces. And this is something that I picked up in Fodder School 4. We have a teacher in Fodder School. Her name is Angela Kennedy. Her Instagram account is Penny Stamper. And I'm constantly picking up tips and tricks and learning new techniques. And that's really helpful. I always want to keep learning. I mean, don't get me wrong. I need to keep learning. But the idea that I'm going to finish a journal spread just by sitting down at my art desk and starting something and doing it from start to finish was a very sort of limiting belief for myself. I'd much rather think of it like I'm just here to play. I'm here to do anything, like any tool, any technique, anything, and I can do it on any of the pages. And then when I sit down and I want to journal again, I can go back to any of the pages, and I can just keep moving around in my journal, and I can just keep adding and adding and adding to those pages. I don't have to think of anything as complete or finished. It's all just a work in progress. I mean, eventually, if I worked in this journal probably for a couple of years, I might think, okay, the whole journal feels very complete, but it's probably going to take a few years of playing in just this one journal for the journal itself to feel totally complete. And to be honest, I've never ever created an art journal where I have felt like, okay, I'm done with that journal. That one is totally complete. So I could start lettering. I could pick up any kind of pen or pencil and I could just make marks with it. I can add faces. I can do collaging. Heck, here I'm just painting an entire page with leftover paint because I squeezed too much out of the tube. And you're going to end up seeing that leftover paint becomes something that really inspires something really cool. So you can just enjoy this process, see where it takes me, and I'll be back in about a week or so, hopefully with some more art journaling spreads that just start with some basic mark making, and you never know where it's going to take me.